Welcome back. In this video, I will discuss how to use Hebb rule to design Hebb network for the given dataset. This is the solved example number 2. In the previous example, I have discussed how to design Hebb network for logical AND function. Link for the video is given in the description below. In this case, we have been given a dataset consisting of two patterns. The first pattern is I here, and the second pattern is O in this case. Now for this given data set, we need to apply the Hebb rule, and then we need to design a Hebb network over here. This particular data set or the pattern contains 3 by 3 matrix. The sum square contains plus and some squares are empty. If a square is plus, we need to consider it as 1. If the square is empty, we need to consider it as minus 1 here. Now what we do is we will try to convert this particular data or the two patterns into a proper data set. So I will consider the pattern as the first column in this case. The first pattern is I and second pattern is O. The next column is the input. There are totally 9 inputs are there because 9 squares are here, and we have one bias term in this case. And the last column is the target, that is nothing but a Y here. Now we need to put the values in this particular table. So first we will start counting from here onwards. So it is 1, 2, 3, and this is the fourth one, 5, and then sixth one. So fourth and sixth squares are empty, that is nothing but the minus 1. In remaining squares we have a plus, that is nothing but 1 we need to put. So you can see here except 4 and 6, that is except 4 and 6, everywhere I have put 1, 1, 1 in this case. And at 4th and 6th place I have put minus 1 because we have a empty squares here, and bias is equivalent to 1, and I have considered I as a the first pattern, and I have considered it as 1 here. Now coming back to the second pattern, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, except fifth one, remaining all are plus here. So fifth one is empty, so I have to put minus 1, remaining everything should be plus 1 over here. And the target in this case is minus 1 because previous one I have considered 1, so it should be minus 1. So you can select anything, it is not a big problem here, but you have to consider one pattern as 1 and another one as minus 1 in this case. Now for this particular given data set, we will try to apply the Hebb rule, and then we'll design a Hebb network. So in this case, first and foremost thing, we need to initialize the weights as well as bias to 0. There are totally 9 inputs are there and 1 bias, so everything is set to 0 here. That is W1 to W9 is set to 0, as well as B is set to 0 in this case. Now what we need to do is we need to consider one example at a time, and then we need to update this particular weights. So if I consider the first input, we can update the weights with the Hebb rule something like this. Wi new is equivalent to Wi old plus delta Wi. Here Wi old is the old weight, that is nothing but the weights which were considered initially. Delta Wi is the change in weight. Delta Wi is always equivalent to xi y. Xi is the input, y is the target in this case. Now we need to calculate this particular change in weight for all the inputs, and then we can calculate the new weight over here. So we have to calculate this delta Wi for all the values from 1 to 9, that is xi y. I will go from 1 to 9 in this case. Delta W1 is equivalent to x1 y here. X1 is 1 in the first case, y is equivalent to 1 in this case. So 1 into 1 is equivalent to 1. Similarly, delta W2 is equivalent to x2 y. So x2 is 1, y is 1. The answer is again 1 in this case. Delta W3 is equivalent to x3 y. So x3 is 1, y is 1. 1 into 1 is equivalent to 1 here. Delta W4 is equivalent to x4y. x4 is minus 1, y is equivalent to 1. So minus 1 into 1 is equivalent to minus 1. Similarly, we have to calculate delta W5, delta W6, delta W7, delta W8, delta W9, as well as delta B. Delta B is equivalent to target, that is nothing but y here, and which is equivalent to 1. Now we have calculated this particular term, that is the change in weight. Now we need to consider this particular change in weight as well as the old weights to calculate the new weight over here. So old weights are 0 initially, so delta W Wi new is equivalent to Wi old plus delta Wi. W1 new, that is the first new weight, is equivalent to W1 old, which is equivalent to 0. Delta W1 we have calculated, that is equivalent to 1 here. So 0 plus 1 is equivalent to 1. W2 new is equivalent to W2 old, again that is equivalent to 0. Delta W2 is equivalent to 1 here. 0 plus 1 is equivalent to 1. W3 new is equivalent to W3 old, again that is 0. Delta W3 is equivalent to 1 here, so that is equivalent to 1. Similarly, we have to calculate the remaining things. W4 new is equivalent to W4 old, that will be 0, and delta W4 is equivalent to minus 1, it will become minus 1 over here. Similarly, W5 new is equivalent to 1, W6 new is equivalent to minus 1, W7 new is equivalent to 1, W8 new is equivalent to 1, W9 new is equivalent to 1, B new is equivalent to B old, that is 0, plus delta B. Delta B is equivalent to 1, so that will become again 1 in this case. Now we have modified the weights after seeing this particular first example. Now we have to consider these particular modified weights, and then we need to consider the next pattern or the next input, and then we need to update the weights again here. If you look at this particular thing, W1, W2, W3, W5, W7, W8, W9 are 1, W4 and W6 are minus 1 here. So W4 and W6 are minus 1, remaining all are 1, as well as B is equal to 1 over here. So these are the modified weights. Now I will consider this particular input. So once I consider this particular input, we have to consider the Hebb rule again to modify the weights. Wi new is equal to Wi old plus delta Wi. Delta Wi is equal to xi y here. Now if you want to calculate this thing separately and then put the values as we did in the previous slide, you can do it. Otherwise directly we can calculate the W1 new here. W1 new is equal to W1 old. W1 old is equal to how much? 1. So that is what I have written here. Now delta Wi. Delta Wi is nothing but what? X1y. X1y. X1 is what? In this case 1. Y is equal to minus 1. So 1 into minus 1 I have written here directly rather than calculating it separately. So what is the answer I will get? 1 plus minus 1, which is equal to 0. W2 new is equal to W2 old plus W2 old we have already calculated, that is again 1. So that I have written here. X2y. X2 is what? 1. Y is what? Minus 1. So 1 into minus 1 is again minus 1. 1 plus minus 1 is 0 again here. Similarly, W3 new is equal to W3 old. X3y. X3 is what? 1 in this case. Y is what? Minus 1. So 1 in plus minus 1 is equal to 0. Similarly, we have to calculate all the modified weights in this case. Once we do this particular calculation, you can see here the modified weights after seeing the second example are W1, W2, W3, W7, W8, W9 are 0. W5 is 2. W4 and W6 are minus 2 in this case, and B is equal to 0. Now we need to put this particular thing into a network. X1 to X9, the weights are written over here, and the bias weight is written over here. So this is the final Hebb network for the given data set over here. So in this video I have explained how can we use the Hebb rule to find the Hebb network for the given data set. I hope the concept is clear. If you like the video, do like and share with your friends. Press the subscribe button for more videos. Press the bell icon for regular updates. Thank you for watching.